Alright, welcome to 1.1.2, where the CLO says that students will in writing analyze a quadratic function graph for range using language of analysis. So in this time we're going to just talk about range. We previously have talked about domain, but now we're going to talk about range. Now range is very similar to a domain, except for it's the one weird thing where we actually are going to read this on the y-axis. So we're going to read it right here. And we're going to ask ourselves, what possible outputs can we get for the graph? So whatever we put in for x, what can we get out? Well, notice down here of this graph right here, anything below this point, those values don't exist, right? So they're not part of our range. We can't get any of those y values out when we put in x. We can only get things above that. So here we're going to talk about just what goes from here to what goes from here. And we read this from bottom to top, okay? So from bottom to top. And we can see right here at the vertex of this graph that it doesn't go any lower, right? It doesn't go any lower, so we can call that 0. But up here we can see we have arrow here and an arrow here, which means that this graph is going to get bigger and bigger. It's going to go on forever in this direction. And we can call that infinity, right? Because that's positive. We're going up forever. So we can say the range in a couple different ways here. We can say that the range is from 0, positive infinity. We can say this is all real numbers greater than 0. Or last but not least, we can say that y is greater than 0. And any of these are valid ways to write the range of this graph. Just remember that it is read from bottom to top and not top to bottom. Also, in this form right here, the smaller number goes first. Well, 0 is way smaller than negative infinity. I mean, negative infinity could have the hugest number in the world, right? So 0 to positive infinity. And now it's time for you to go ahead and take that domain and range check on Schoology.